Hey, Lenny Gale, Life is No Yoke. Today, we're showing you the Vitamix Perfect Blend. Cool? So Vitamix sent us their new product, the Perfect Blend interactive scale and recipe app. We're really excited. It's cool. We've been playing it for the last few days. Actually, Shaw has been playing with it for the last few days. I'm more of a throw stuff in and see what happens. So she's going to show you 3 cool things that she likes about it. And since we only have one microphone right now, I'm going to pass the mic to her and go behind the camera to make sure we get some good shots of this new product.
Cool.
Cool. Hopefully I don't need to do that again, right?
No.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, Shelby's all mic'd up. I'm going behind the camera. Peace out.
So like Lenny said, I've been messing around with this Perfect Blend for the weekend or so, and there are 3 really cool things that I want to show you. One is that it's preloaded with all these really cool recipes. 2 is that you can scale everything by calories, by serving size, by servings, and that really matters to me. And 3 is the precision of the scale itself and how it kind of interacts with you. So the first thing I want to show you is the app that is preloaded with all these cool recipes. So we'll see how well I do upside down here. Everyone's going to know your password. Okay. Oh no. Okay, so the first thing that you'll see is that it is preloaded with all these really cool recipes that the Vitamix team has been working really hard on. So if you do a quick scroll, you'll see a lot of smoothies, some soups, some dressings, some sauces. And if you keep scrolling, you even see stuff like waffles. I saw some crepes earlier, really cool. So that's a neat feature that it has already built in to the app. The other neat thing is that if you have a particular craving for something, let's say it's pumpkin, which is a fall favorite around these parts. Type upside down. Okay, so I typed in pump, and it's showing me the 4 recipes that feature pumpkin. So creamy pumpkin soup, pumpkin pie dip, a pumpkin spice smoothie, and a wellness smoothie. Now the wellness smoothie doesn't actually have pumpkin in the title, but it does feature pumpkin. So I'm really interested in making this creamy pumpkin soup, but I'm not sure that I have all of the stuff that I need to make it. So you can see the recipe right here. And if you're like, you know what, I really do want to make this, but I don't have some of the ingredients, you can add them to your shopping list, which I think is a really, really neat feature. So it makes it really easy on you. I already have some of these things in my cabinet. I have apple cider vinegar, I have vegetable stock, I have olive oil, etc. So I can just add the things that I don't think that I have to my shopping list. Added, great. So let's say that I have decided to make a smoothie. So I'm gonna pick this blueberry ginger smoothie here. So the blueberry ginger smoothie has 4, it's a very good little thing actually. That's the first time it's tipped over on me, so that's pretty good. Okay, so the smoothie here, this blueberry ginger smoothie has 480 calories. That's kind of a lot of calories for a morning smoothie for me. So I'm gonna choose to edit it a little bit. So right now I have 1 serving of this blueberry smoothie that's 16 ounces. So you know what, I don't need 16 ounces. I'm gonna go for a 12-ounce smoothie, and that brings me down to 360 calories, which is awesome. That's about the range that I wanted to have my breakfast for. What's really neat about this is that if this were another recipe, I would have to scale everything back by a certain percentage, and that math is honestly kind of hard to do. With this app, it just does it for me because it's based on weight measurement, not necessarily 1/4 of a cup, 1/2 of a cup, things like that. So that's one really cool thing, is that I can scale by calorie and I can scale by serving size. So Lenny likes bigger smoothies, doesn't care about his calorie content, so he'll probably have an 18-ounce smoothie that's 540 calories. That's great. If I want to make a couple of smoothies because I'm being nice this morning, I can make 2 12-ounce smoothies. I still know that my calorie intake is gonna be 360 here, but now I'm making 2 12 ounces, and I'm just telling the scale, yo, I'm making 2 smoothies, not 1. It's really easy if we had a couple of guests come over to quickly make that into 4 12-ounce smoothies. Okay, so that is one thing I really love. You'll notice I'm wearing a Fitbit. I love tracking calories. I love tracking my steps, and this scale helps me do that so well. Okay, so the third thing that's really cool, not the last thing, there's plenty of other cool things, but we don't want to bore you with a 20-minute video here. The third thing that's really cool is once you do decide to make something, and I'm gonna show you how to actually make a smoothie here, you'll notice how precise the scale itself is. So I have chosen to make this chocolate blueberry smoothie, right? Is that the one we chose? Yes, I have all those ingredients. Okay, so I am choosing to make this particular smoothie. I am gonna make 3 servings of this, and I'm gonna choose 12-ounce smoothies, okay? So it's only 140 calories. That's pretty awesome. I'm using this as a snack, so 140 calories is pretty legit here. Okay, so the first thing that I do is place the blender jar on the scale. So you'll see right here that it's flashing a little bit. It's telling me what to do. So turning the scale on. That's a cool sound. Okay, so I've got my Bluetooth on, which means the scale is connected to my iPad here, very high tech. And I am telling the scale that I'm here, and I did it twice, I don't know why. Okay, and that I'm setting this container on it. Dee-doo. Okay, so that sound is telling me, okay, we know how heavy your blender is, and you can start adding ingredients. Now, I made a little mistake because I put it on with the lid, and I don't want the lid to be part of the measurement. So we're gonna go back to this step. Okay, so now we have the measurement of the container minus the lid, which is where we should have been in the first place. Okay, so then we're gonna start adding some ingredients. So the cool thing about this is I don't need to measure. It's gonna tell me. So I'm gonna start dumping ingredients in, and it will tell me how I'm doing. So you see that little yellow line that's going up here? That's telling me, good job, good job, good job. You're almost there. Beep. Okay, stop, which is pretty cool. It's giving me like instant feedback. You're doing well, stop blending. Okay, so the next thing is chia seeds. Now, normally chia seeds is something that I would measure pretty precisely. So let's see. Chia. All right, so I'm almost at the brink here with chia. Deep. All right. So it's telling me I have reached my chia seed max. The next thing is cocoa powder. Now, I told you guys Vitamix is the one that put these recipes in, so they're doing it in the correct order. Liquids first, then soft ingredients, and then frozen fruit. So they know what's up. They're doing it in the correct order for me. Okay, so cocoa powder. Pretty precise, so I'm being careful and slow. All right, chocolate in. Next, spinach. So right now it's showing me I have 0 calories worth of spinach in, but once I start adding some spinach, Lenny says my hair's in the way. Once I start adding some spinach, it'll show me how many calories I'm getting. So that was 2 calories of spinach, 3 calories, 6, 7 calories of spinach. I'm obviously not that precise with spinach. I'll eat buckets of spinach. Okay, so 15 calories worth of spinach. I reached my spinach goal here. Banana. With the banana, I can't just put the whole thing in because I'm not really sure how much I need here. So I'm just gonna do this until it tells me that I've reached my max. Now, obviously, once you get more comfortable with it, you don't have to go nearly as slow. But I wanna make sure we're doing it right. Okay, so that was my banana. And then the next thing is frozen blueberries, which I think we have, right, Lenny?
Yep.
All right. Frozen blueberries.
Whoa.
Oops. Okay, so it didn't move up yet. So sometimes that's okay. Sometimes it gets a little confused and thinks you're still going on the banana. So my bad. I needed to tell it my banana's out and I'm moving on to blueberries now. Now, like I said, this is a total learning process. So if possible, and this actually is an ingredient that I can easily scoop out, do that. Because you don't want your whole thing to be like way off. Obviously, it's not the worst if there's a few extra blueberries in there, but okay. So now that it's highlighted, the frozen blueberries are highlighted, that's how it knows that I'm onto blueberries here. Okay, so see how now it's measuring blueberries? Come on, blueberries. All right, so it's telling me I'm done with blueberries, and see how the little line's just right there? I'm actually gonna actively choose ice so that it knows that I'm on to the next ingredient here. So 6 ounces of ice. Ice, ice, ice. And this is in the right order here, okay? I am ready to blend. So onto the Vitamix it goes. Okay. I'm gonna blend it for about a minute because there's spinach in there. It's gonna be good. I've never made this recipe before. It looks tasty. The chias are getting all smashed up in there. All right, so I blended it, all good on the blend, and now I'm gonna serve it. So what's really, really cool is when I choose to serve it, I can put this pint glass down, and it just measured it like it did with the blender jar. It's saying, okay, I know there's a pint glass on me now, and I'm gonna pour my serving, and it's gonna tell me when I'm almost there. Okay, so that black line means you hit your serving. So that's my serving limit. I've got almost 13 ounces and 116 calories. So you know what, I want a little bit more. I'm willing to go about 140 calories on this here. So, all right, perfect. So if someone is tracking that specifically, that's the best way possible to know exactly how many calories of what you're making you have. So the last thing that you can do that's really, really cool is track that serving. So I've got 140 servings, and that is being fed into my Apple Health app. So if I pull up that app, I can see all of the carbs that I had, the fiber that I had, and the sugar, etc. So it's a really, really cool product. We'll be back with probably more of these little features that are cool, but the last thing I want to mention is that you can actually add in your own recipes. So one of our favorites, cashew queso, we added into here. We've got our PB&J smoothie right here. So I added this in. This is one of our favorites. So at some point we'll show you how to do that too, but this is a pretty cool addition to your Vitamix. If you're a Vitamix lover and you're a fitness app tracker, this is a really, really cool addition to your Vitamix collection. So read our review, see how we mess with this a little bit more, but thanks for joining us. Bye. So I'm really excited to try this, and I just wanted to mention that we have a full review with more stuff that we really love about this product, and also some stuff that we wish that it would do, and maybe they'll get there, but click the link below. That's gonna give you that full review, all of our thoughts on the Vitamix Perfect Blend at lifeisnoyoke.com. reconditioned.com. Let's try it.
Can I have some?
It's really good.
Can I have some?
Yeah,
Is it perfect?
it's perfect.